it's difficult to say like, okay, I'm going to stop being the nice guy, like, oh, ready, set, go. Okay, well, what are you going to do different? Right. And it's far more helpful to get really practical and really specific about, okay, in this dimension of being a nice guy, when it comes up in these types of relationships or these types of settings, here's what I can do. And then mindfully engage that over and over and over again. And the more often you do that and the more often those circumstances come up, the better you do at starting to learn to be able to engage, becoming an integrated man instead of continuing to operate in your nice guy. And what we're not advocating for is you go looking for war, but that you're ready for war when it comes to your front door, right? And it's going to come, and it's here in many ways, in different small ways in our life. And Nick, you say this often in our freedom group process. But what we do in the small things is how we show up to the big things, right? It's trusting the process. It's practicing so that when we're in the game, we can play the game well. And if we don't do that, we find ourselves in the game with no clue what to do next, right? And then if that's the case, we revert back to the old pattern, the old way of operating. So that's a way of introducing the overarching idea or theme. Today we're talking about self-respect, developing self-respect. And I'm struck, and I think I would like to start here, Nick, is that you can't develop self-respect in a bubble. Up until now, we've largely talked about things related to the guy, like what can you do? And in order to develop self-respect, we were just talking about before we hopped on here, Jack Donovan, who has written a lot of different resources and books on masculinity, manhood. Certainly, there's many things that he stands for that we disagree with and don't totally align with. But he brings up this idea of the way of the gang, or really like brotherhood, a Christianese phrase, I think, for what he's trying to articulate and acknowledge. In order to develop self-respect, we need intimate and roughshod brotherhood to shape us in that, right? So, Nick, I'd love for you to talk. Maybe that's self-reflection in your own story and experience, the role that other men have played in shaping you into the integrated man versus the nice guy, or extrapolate more on these principles and ideas more generally around brotherhood and the development of self-respect.